Girbeagly!
Hey there, guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the game Katawa Shoujo. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right or not. No one's given me any corrections on it, so I think that I'm doing it okay. If I'm not, like I said, just correct me down below. I'll do my best to, pronounce everything correctly because I'm not a native Japanese speaker. But anyway, guys, so this game is already off to a very interesting start. Last episode we found out that the protagonist has a heart arrhythmia which causes him to collapse and possibly die if he gets too excited or if his heart beats too fast. Last episode he was getting asked out by a girl when he suddenly collapsed from a heart attack, and he's just a high school kid. So the doctor told him that it would be best if he transferred into this school for disabled students, which is where we are currently at the gate of. So we're going to go ahead and continue this. A ton of you guys have supported this series already just on that first episode. Thank you guys so much for that. It's been incredible to see all the outpouring of support. So many of you guys have told me that it's your favorite visual novel dating sim, so I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to get through it. I've also been told that I'm going to probably cry, so let's go ahead and get going. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. And hopefully I'm better at reading this time around. Last episode I think I tripped over my tongue like 25 times. I have some water this time, so hopefully that helps out. In fact, I'm going to take a quick swig because we are so professional here on the Girbeagly channel. I can't even say my own damn name right. Probably doesn't help that it's like 7 in the morning as I'm recording this and my brain's not awake. But let's continue. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. This building here in the background that they have looks a lot like one of the residence halls at my college that I attended a long time ago. But it's very pretty. It's very beautiful. I like it. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom beyond the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought, I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again, how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Well, it's a new place, guy. You're gonna be very awkward and upset, I'm sure, especially because it's such a huge system shock for lifestyle changes. Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Ooh, it's so pretty inside. The artwork in this is so gorgeous. The fact that it's all handcrafted, that there was this indie team that worked on it, and it wasn't even like a true dev team. I mean, it ended up being a true dev team, but the fact that it was just a bunch of people who collaborated and made this, all the music, the visuals, the cutscenes, everything is just awesome. The story writing, the story writing is already infinitely better than most graphic novels, or not graphic novels, I'm sorry, visual novels that I've read before, so this is really fun. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Oh, hey, guy. You must be Nakai? So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher's saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's be sociable. Hopefully he doesn't, like, freak out because he's having a panic attack in front of the class and, like, pass out or something, or die. And that would be, like, the ending. I know that there's multiple endings in this, so I'm always very worried I'm going to screw up immediately. Yeah, sure, I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of attention. Crap, that's what I just thought. That's what my character just thought, and now I'm forcing him to do it. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart's pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for Class 3-3. Muto opens the door and enters. Oh god, look at that painting that he just walked away from. He was blocking that before. That is kind of terrifying. I wouldn't want that guy in my house. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. Oh, so Muto's going to be one of those slacker-ish teachers that's kind of just laid back and does his thing, and probably, though, has some sort of dark past. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. Ooh, look at those classmates. Oh, they're all so cute. I love the art style in this. The anime art style in general is one of my favorite art styles, but this game in specific has like really clean lines, great coloring. I really enjoy it so far. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? Oh, they're not all normal, man. They got some issues. They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then, I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Oh, don't be like that, man. I mean, it sucks, and it is kind of weird sometimes, but they're people. They're people. They're good people. They're going to be good people, I hope. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me, a girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if to make her invisible, as if it will make her invisible. God damn it. This reading thing. I'm doing something that requires reading for me to do to make it progress, and I can't read. There is one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the front row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for his applause I did not deserve. Collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Oh, good one, dude. Way to go. Something more exciting. Absolutely nothing. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said, though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. Ooh, it's the center of attention. All the ladies, he's gonna be the ladies' man. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Blah, 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 word by word. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. Well, yeah, dude. That sucks. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? Yeah, who else? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Oh, she's the pink-haired girl. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Man, so she's got pink hair and gold eyes? That's like just very, very atypical. Not that anything's really typical about the students in this class, but, you know. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Whoa. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi, Shi-chan.
Oh, what? Whoa, okay. Interesting. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she'd been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short, yet carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark, blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. Uh-oh. It's because I bet she's deaf. Because she was signing. So, saying that's not going to let her hear you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?
I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too.
Aw.
You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know that you would be here today, so soon. He-chan, right?
He-chan?
Yup, it fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits. You just look like I imagined. Yeah, you look like a He-chan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Uh-oh, they're talking about you.
Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you feel free to ask her.
I wonder why they have to put the dot each time for Shizune. It's pretty funny. Well, I mean, it's not funny because she's deaf. It's funny because it's like extra wasted space that's added in there. I guess it's to make her seem more interactive with the players so that we can sort of bond with her a bit more.
Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
That was weird punctuation there. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Oh, I wonder if they're speaking different languages or something like that. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. Either that or it's like an in-joke maybe the 4chan people put in. I don't know. Anyway.
Ha 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 ha.
So she's very bold and outgoing. Misha is quite crazy, but she seems fun. She's obviously very bubbly.
That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Chi-chan?
Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyway, I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply.
You look down, are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking.
Oh, oh my god, I'm an idiot. So the translation before that she was tripping over words for were the translations from Shizune, who was signing them, and Misha had trouble with one of the signs. Oh my god. I can't believe that I just caught on to that. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed the test. Wahahaha!
Alright.
Ah, and another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan anything so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate.
Man, a lot of translation.
Yep, Shizune is fine.
Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that. Just less so, I guess. Whoa, she had an exclamation point that time.
Huh? Oh right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Wah, that too.
I wonder if I would, like, romance one of them if I need both of them along. Well, I mean, like, if I romance Shizune, if Misha has to be there. Because she translates everything romantic that we're saying. Or, I'm assuming if we pursue Misha, if she's even an option, that she would be alone. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. And once again, I'm going to confuse all the voices because that's just what happens with these series. And I have the burpees coming up. I feel... Okay, they went away. Oh, nope. There was the tiny one. Alright, anyway.
After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Those are the worst assignments. I hate those. Ones that are just like busy work that are like supposed to waste all of your time for the day. I totally get it from a teacher's perspective that you need a curriculum that's going to take up like the whole day, but that's annoying sometimes, like to just do busy work. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha's a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Ah, there's that creepy painting again. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. And we're going to find out just what Misha wants next episode, guys. I'm going to end it here. We got to meet two new great characters as well as the teacher. Very, very cool stuff so far. Like I said, the writing is so well done. It's completely my fault that I didn't understand that translation part. Everything has been very, very, very awesome. I really, really enjoy the character sprites. I love the dialogue. It feels very natural and organic and just flows off the tongue, except when... obviously, I have trouble reading, but besides that, it's very awesome so far. I really enjoy this. I'm very interested in the story. I want to see where this goes. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed it as much as I did, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also, be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye. Alright, so that long stretch means that the obstacles are about to repeat, and it also gives us some space before we run into more And it also gives us so much more space before the wall crushes us. The inevitable doom that's going to creep up and poke us right in the butt. I don't want to get touched in the butt by that thing. It's gross and weird.